Okay, I'm going to try this again. So this is my old university professor, Kathleen Grundling, I think, from the USC, not Calgary, University of California. And she's going to give us a display on how a macrophage, or a phagocyte, more specifically, uh, works. And the reason that this is vitally important is because if enough people understood this, we could end this civil war that the neo-Nazis are winning, because the health system and the politicians are giving these neo-Nazis an incredible amount of fuel with which to overthrow the government. And they absolutely, that's their mission, right? So, but they don't have enough followers. As soon as that happens, it's on. Boom, it's on. And we know that there are members of law enforcement that are sort of on the side of the neo-Nazis. And so another thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to insert a third option, the Z10,000 position, right? And I'll explain what that is later. But let's stick with the main topic here of how vaccines for almost 200 years worked. And once everybody understands this, we'll know exactly what to do so that we can get past this COVID bullshit. And so let's watch a phagocyte, or let's watch a macrophage do its thing here.
Chasing and engulfing bacteria, okay? And so here we go. You can see that poor little bacteria there.
Okay, so this handsome fellow here, I call him Officer Bob because he's very much like a cop, right? And so he cruises throughout the bloodstream looking for odd ducks that don't belong, right? If he encounters a blood cell, it's hey buddy, nice to see you. If he encounters a fat cell, hello there, Officer Bob, have a good day. But when he encounters something that does not fit in, doesn't belong. So for hundreds of years, Officer Bob here was what made immunology work, what made vaccines work. And because what the vaccine did was inject attenuated virus into the body, and it triggered Officer Bob. And Officer Bob went to work, and he alerted, he radioed with chemokines the head office, and then head office contacted the Attorney General and the War Department. And so on. And Officer Bob, when he finally engulfs the virus, he breaks it down into the proper chunks of protein, by which the thymus can make antibodies specifically targeted for this particular invader. So, but the reason why viruses have saved billions of people in the past, up until recently, when these new age genetic manipulating brainiacs decided to tamper with new ideas. So this is how vaccines worked. Was the body was injected with a attenuated virus, and as soon as Officer Bob detected that attenuated virus, he went into action, and he messaged all the right people, and the thymus, the bone marrow, all the parts of the immune system got fired up, and it takes a few days for them to get rolling, right? Just like if you're going to get an army moving, it doesn't happen in an hour, right? So it can start in an hour. It can start right now, but it doesn't get up to speed for a while. And so that's how vaccines worked. Was the virus caught the attention of the macrophage, and that triggered the immune system. And so this new technology, messenger RNA and a vector by Johnson & Johnson, is not the old technology. And they certainly don't have enough history on it to know for sure what the long-term consequences of it will be. And so, so this right-wing section of our society that has always been there, always wanted power, always wanted to overthrow the government, now suddenly has all this fuel that it can use to justify its goal. So, so what was at one time was almost a laughable, but slightly dangerous fringe of our society is now becoming more and more powerful, and that will be the real vaccine. The real killer will be the civil war that's coming. So, so I'm trying to educate my brothers and sisters so that we can avoid that future, right? So probably no one's going to listen, but at least I'll be able to say I did my part. I did my part. I gave them the necessary empirical evidence, and it didn't work because to my shock and surprise, the average Canadian doesn't want truth. It wants fuel for its ideological belief system. Anyways, yeah. So the macrophage gets triggered by the attenuated virus in the good old days when we cured tuberculosis and smallpox and polio and all those life-destroying pathogens. So in the good old days, the attenuated virus got into the bloodstream and triggered Officer Bob here, the macrophage, and he did his thing, and pretty soon, in a couple days, the body was revved up to deal with this particular type of virus or bacteria. So, anyways, I got to go to the next video. Next video, please.